this is Scott with Learn to Stop Hunger, and today we're going to talk about how to use the Cross-Platform CloudKit with Visual Studio Express. The Cross-Platform CloudKit is a Visual Studio solution that allows you to write one set of code and deploy it out to a variety of platforms, including Windows Store, Windows Phone, and Android. By default, the Cross-Platform CloudKit requires that you have Visual Studio Professional or higher because it uses a portable class library which is not supported by Visual Studio Express 2012. For those of us who don't have Professional, it can be nice to use it in Express, and I have been able to do that successfully myself and wanted to share with the rest of you how you can do that in case you're interested. One thing worth noting as far as a drawback, when you use the Express version of Visual Studio with this solution, you lose that cross-platform capability, and if you would want to go ahead and deploy your solution to another platform, there would certainly be some manual work involved. However, I feel like even if you only use this for one platform, such as in this case what I'm going to show you is Windows Store, I feel like it still would be useful to you because the Cross-Platform CloudKit provides a nice basic framework for a Windows 8 Store app that can consume Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and several other items, including RSS feeds. So, the first thing that you want to do is to obtain the Cross-Platform CloudKit. If you go ahead and search for XPlatformCloudKit, you'll be able to find it here on GitHub, this XPlatformCloudKit. And there's a lot of stuff on here. There are links to various videos, tutorials, sample apps. But what you're going to want is to download the zip, so you go ahead and click on this zip file. Once you've downloaded the zip, go ahead and extract that to your computer. So let's take a look here. I had already downloaded the zip. Take a look in downloads here. And here is the zip. So go ahead and open that zip up and do an extract all. We're going to extract it to video-demo under my downloads folder. And it is currently extracting. That's going to take just a minute. You'll find once you extract this, there are a number of files in there, including some documentation, additional documentation to help you get started. And this thing really is great for providing a basic framework for a Windows 8 app. I was able to get a YouTube wrapper app up and running in a very short amount of time. I was quite impressed with it. So after you've unzipped it, what you're going to want to do is open it up in Visual Studio Express 2012 for Windows 8. So I've already got that open. Let's go ahead and open our project here. And I save this to video demo, so we'll go here, video demo, XPlatform CloudKit, and then open the XPlatform CloudKit.sln file, which is your solution file. You'll get a warning that a couple of these projects are unsupported. That's no problem. Go ahead and click OK. And then it's going to prompt you regarding whether or not you want to open the projects, and click OK for each one of those that you're prompted for. And you finally get a warning at the end, and that's no worry either. Alright, once you're done with opening the solution and have clicked OK for those prompts, you'll also get a migration report, and you can go ahead and safely close that out. And the next step that you're going to want to take is to remove all of the projects except for XPlatformCloudKit.Win8. And like I said, in this video we're really focusing on the Win8 platform. So I'm going to remove each one of these. Alright, so now we just have the XPlatformCloudKit.Win8. And let's see. So then the next thing that we're going to do is to go ahead and open up the Portable Class Library project in File Explorer. And the reason that we're going to do that is because we want to copy in files from that project into our project. And what we're doing is basically bringing in all the useful code into a single project that will run inside Visual Studio Express. So just to backtrack here, I went to my video demo folder where I had extracted everything, went into XPlatformCloudKit Master, XPlatformCloudKit, and then XPlatformCloudKit.pcl. What you're going to want to do in Visual Studio now is to add any of these folders that do not currently exist in Visual Studio. So it looks like we have Common, we have Data Services, we have Helpers, we do not have Models, we have Properties, we do not have Sample Data, we have Services, we do not have View Models. So we need to add Models, View Models, and Sample Data. So we'll go ahead and do that. Add a new folder, Models. Go ahead and add another new folder, which is Sample Data. And then we're going to go ahead and add one more new folder, which is View Models. Alright, now we're going to want to bring that PCL folder back up again that we just had open in File Explorer, and we need to drag in missing files that are not in our Win8 solution. So let's go ahead and look under Common here, and I'm going to shrink this up a bit so you can all view this at home. Alright, we've already got bindable base, so we won't worry about that. Miscellaneous we do not have, so we'll add that. We go back here, look at Data Services. We need all of these, so let's go ahead and drag those in. Look under Helpers. So we needed all of those. Then Models was something we added, so we're going to need all those as well. Properties we do not need. Sample Data, we need all of that, so we'll drag that in because that was a new folder. And then Services, take a look at that one. And we need everything that's in there. The next thing that we need to do is copy in the files from the View Models folder. So we'll go ahead and do that. And once that's done, all we have left to do is copy in app.cs and appsettings.cs. Then we'll just copy those directly into the project. Alright, so at that point we are finished with copying in files. The next thing that we need to do is to install the MVVMCross JSON plugin. And in order to do that, we've got to come in here, right click on our project and do Manage NuGet Packages. And like I said, we are looking for MVVMCross. We'll see. And unfortunately, I have not had a lot of luck with the search in here for some reason. Let's go ahead and search for JSON. And it helps if I can spell correctly. And there it lists JSON.net. It does not list MVVMCross. Yeah, I'm not sure why it just does not show that. Alright, after a little bit of research here, I realized what the problem is, and it's certainly an issue of user error. When you go in here to manage NuGet packages, you actually have to click on, you go under online, and then you have to click on NuGet.org. And from there, you want to type MVVMCross. Alright, and a bunch of things come up. The one that you want is MVVMCross JSON plugin. So click Install. And then go ahead and hit Close. We'll go ahead and try to do initial build here. Go to Build and Build Solution. We're still going to have a few more problems, but we want to get this list of issues so we can go ahead and correct them. There are a number of these calls to a set method, and we need to change those to set property. Oops. And go ahead and click next to set there and paste in property. So we're going to change each one of these to set property. There are probably, I'd say there are 10 or so instances of this method call that you've got to go ahead and change from set to set property. Alright, so that is done. Let's go ahead and do a build again. And it looks like there are a couple more instances here that we didn't catch. So go ahead and grab those. Alright. Now we're down to one final build error. If we go to that, and what has happened here, we actually have to end up changing this S to a Z. I guess at some point maybe the method was renamed. So now we'll go ahead and do build, and this should build successfully. And it did. It built successfully. Okay, now if I go ahead and start this up, I'm actually going to get an error message, and I guess I can show you that. Let's try to run in the simulator here. Let's see how good that does for us. I want to try to get everything on one window here for a good viewing story in the video. And we actually ended up with a problem building there. So for the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do local machine because I know that that'll at least launch. I am expecting to receive an error here, and there it is, saying that we got a missing method exception with serious.mvvmcross. Alright, so let's go ahead and break and we'll stop. I did actually expect that. I've already run into that issue before, and what we have to do is do another update of a NuGet package. What we'll do here is actually go to Tools, NuGet Package Manager, and the Package Manager console, and then let's do an update dash package MVVMCross. And it's going to ask you if you want to overwrite some files, and just say no and no, and that has been successfully updated. So now if I click on local machine, I should be able to successfully launch my app. And actually it's going to think about it, and now that I think about it, alright, that's all I needed. Actually in the past I've seen problems using the Azure mobile service that is included with this app, and I don't know if that's because the author's Azure service has been down when I've been testing it before or what, but if you do see a problem with that, we didn't see it this time. This was a successful build, so we would actually be good at this point, but if you see an error related to the Azure item, or if you just want to disable it, what you need to do is open up this app settings.cs, then come down and scroll down in here and go to Azure Mobile Service Settings, and you just want to go to Enable Azure Mobile Service and say False, and that would turn it off at least temporarily. And honestly, I'm guessing, yes, I have not used this with Azure, but what you're going to want to do, you would, if you're going to actually make an application, you would want to disable this or leave it enabled and provide your own URL to Azure. But anyway, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and launch that once more. And it launches successfully without the Azure item, or items. There were a couple items listed. So those basically are the steps to get the XPlatformCloudKit up and running within Visual Studio Express. Like I said, probably the biggest drawback of this approach is that you lose that portable class library functionality that lets you easily deploy to the different platforms. However, If you do not own a professional copy of Visual Studio and you want to gain some of the other benefits of this CloudKit, then this is a good way to go, I believe, using Visual Studio Express 2012. So hopefully you will have some good luck with these steps as well, and you'll be able to make some interesting apps that are able to consume YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, RSS feeds, etc. using the cross-platform CloudKit.